Johns. Johns has got one to beat. Johns is going to make it. He's got it back to you-know-who, Tedesco.
His vision was incredible. He could see things that were going to happen.
But I can be competitive.
Touted as one of the greatest modern halfbacks, Mitch Moses has had an impressive 2024 season. After leading the Blues to a great series comeback, he might be considered one of the greatest ever. But this is a bold claim. With a history of building the best NRL players in Australia, how does he compare to the legends who came before? Today, we look at some of the greatest New South Wales Blues halfbacks in history. Where do you think Mitchell Moses fits on this list? Let's find out. Andrew Johns. Let's get one of the big names out of the way first. Despite already being retired, Andrew Johns is known for his big impact on the sport. Johns played most of his rugby during the 1990s and 2000s, eventually retiring from the sport in 2007. Johns represented the Blues on 23 occasions, scoring 4 tries and winning numerous awards. His biggest achievement is being named at halfback in the Team of the Century. This is thanks to his revolutionary way of changing the game. Johns is largely regarded as the reason for how the modern halfback plays the game. His unique way of perfect passes, accurate kicking, and never missing a tackle significantly contributed to raising the standards of halfback play in the NRL. If you ask any true rugby league fan about the greatest halfbacks, Andrew Johns is sure to make it on any list. Peter Sterling. Despite being 64 years of age at the time of this video, Peter Sterling will forever be remembered as a great. Sterling is the oldest player on this list, but surely deserves a spot of his own. The former Blues halfback represented his side 13 times. Unfortunately, he was often touted for being too small and having a size disadvantage to his opponents. Nevertheless, his smaller stature never affected his performance or attitude. Sterling had to put his body on the line during the 1980s, a time when fights and bullying were far more common. His partnership with Brett Kenny in the halves is rated as one of the greatest ever. The duo is often referred to as one of the greatest in history of the sport. By looking back at some of the 1980s matches, it is easy to see why Wally Lewis often found himself out of an international halves position during his career. Many experts still believe Sterling to be one of the most intelligent players to ever play footy. His on-field decision-making can be compared to a modern Antoine Dupont, compensating for his lack of size and power. Brad Fittler. Brad Fittler was undoubtedly a great halfback, but the reason for him making this list is his versatility. Fittler could have probably made the all-time Blues side in a variety of positions. He was skilled at first five, centre and lock, with a devastating pass to find gaps. Were it not for his incredible left foot sidestep, which worked a treat at origin level, he might have been your traditional halfback. After debuting at the age of 18 and becoming the youngest ever player to start for New South Wales, Brad Fittler rose to become captain of the Blues. He is still regarded as one of the best captains to ever play for New South Wales. With more than 30 games in a Blues jersey, most of which have been on the winning side, Fittler definitely deserves a spot on this list. Nathan Cleary. Aged just 27, Nathan Cleary certainly has a bright future ahead of him. Judging by his career accomplishments, it's easy to think he is already one of the legends. Currently playing for the Penrith Panthers and being co-captain allowed the youngster to mature. He has carried this maturity into the New South Wales Blues camp. Thanks to his father's experience and years of coaching, Cleary has developed into a modern-day great, judging from former legends, including 2 of the all-time greats, Cooper Cronk and Jonathan Thurston. Cleary is sure to be a legend by the time he finally hangs up his boots. Nevertheless, he has already represented the Blues on 14 occasions. During this time, he amassed 94 points and played a pivotal role in the recent success the Blues have achieved. At over 6 feet tall and a whopping 200 pounds, the man takes some stopping. On top of this, his blistering pace and skill on the ball make him a genuine threat. Perhaps he will be the reason Moses stays on the bench for the 2025 State of Origin. Brett Kimmorley. A slightly underrated guy, Brett Kimmorley is not given nearly as much recognition for his contribution to the sport. He might not have been as impactful as, say, Andrew Johns, but excelled at more than one position during his playing career. Kimmorley made just 10 appearances for the Blues during his career, always making an impact whenever he got on the pitch. Had it not been for Johns occupying the halfback position most of the time, Kimmorley might have had even more opportunities to show off his on-field brilliance. Nevertheless, he won the Dally M Halfback of the Year award in 2000 and the Clive Churchill in 1999. Despite never earning the recognition he deserves, Kimmorley will still be remembered for his incredible and tactical ingenuity on the pitch. Mitch Moses. Touted by many to be the greatest active halfback in the NRL, Mitch Moses is on everyone's lips. Not only is he one of the leading picks for the Blues halfback position, but he has already represented New South Wales 5 times as of this video. After making his State of Origin debut in 2021, Moses continued to grow from strength to strength. Despite losing on debut, his 2 try assists announced him as a great backup for the then injured Nathan Cleary. Despite only having 5 appearances to his name, they were all highly impactful. The first 2, in which he replaced Cleary, both saw him make a deciding impact. By 2024, Mitchell Moses was a frontrunner for halfback in the State of Origin. His Game 2 performance the same year earned him a Man of the Match award. He then followed this up with another great performance. In fact, Moses scored the match-winning try in Game 3. Greats like Johns, Thurston and Cronk have all said that Moses has the making of becoming a legend. Some even like to compare his style of play and performances to that of Andrew Johns himself. But what do you think? Mitchell Pearce. From one Mitchell to another, it seems like the Blues have a knack for creating these legends. Mitchell Pearce is another slightly underrated scrum half for the New South Wales Blues. Despite now aged 35, his career accolades speak for themselves. 238 games for the Roosters, a whopping 254 points, and 19 appearances for the Blues at State of Origin level. In fact, some players hardly ever manage to play just 10 games for the Maroons or Blues. Perhaps the biggest reason for his slow rise to prominence is what Pearce said himself. In hindsight, I wish I never played that early when I was 19 to 22. It was way too early. I probably developed some bad doubts from that period in those first few games. It's a daunting thing. This comes from the fact that he was thrust into the limelight at the age of just 19. Despite not having horrible performances, the level of competition is much harder at Origin level. Pearce later rebounded in his career. With more maturity and understanding of the daunting challenge ahead, he slowly rose to become the Blues' #1 halfback for a period of time. Even though he might never be called the greatest, Pearce still serves as a reminder of how hard Origin is. Unfortunately, Pearce, who played in 8 State of Origin series, only managed to lift the shield on his 8th attempt. Nevertheless, he will go down as one of the unluckiest halfbacks the New South Wales Blues ever had. With the 2025 State of Origin looming and so many great contenders, who do you think will represent the Blues in the halfback position? Current predictions say that Moses will become the next Andrew Johns, but do you think that's actually true? Thanks for watching this video and make sure to like and subscribe. If you truly want to see a master in action, check out this video of the great Antoine Dupont next, and we'll catch you back here at the line break.